Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, Zach Archer TV, where I talk all things film, television, and reality TV, but a lot of film because my recent passion, my most recent, my passion that is most passionate as of late has been film. I've been all in on film, watched more movies this year than I ever have in any previous year, by far. Last year, I watched what I thought was the most movies I'd ever seen in a year, which was like 53 for the first time, that is. This year, I've watched, it's November 5th when I'm recording this, so still 2 months, pretty much, 2 entire months left of the year, and I've watched 154. So already 3 times over 100 more movies than last year without even 2 more months. And so I'm kind of trying to make a final push to maybe get to a nice even 200 by the end of the year. We'll see if that's possible. I'm not going to go crazy about it, but either way, far exceeded the amount of movies I was going to be watching, or even my goal, which was 50 this year. And now I'm all in, and I'm just loving cinema more than ever and consuming as much as possible. This is a series where I go through to a random Letterboxd profile that will determine the movie that I watch next. Okay? And I got around to watching the previous chosen film, which felt like a bit of an outlier from the previous ones. I've watched a couple classics in the past few, some really all-timers in, what do we have? Stand By Me, Shutter Island, The Birdcage, to name a few. I'm actually not sure if there are others I'm forgetting. Kill Bill Volume 1, look at this. Those are big names. They're heavy hitters. And then this one is, of course, one I've known about for some time. I've heard it in the lexicon and just referred to for some time. It's Charlie's Angels, a 2000 film. You can see my review here. It's very short, but I'll talk about it as well. I surprisingly enjoyed this. Is the one I was really I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not going into it, because it's more mixed, on, especially as far as Letterboxd goes, compared to the other ones, which were pretty much the large majority were positive on it. And so, of course, I enjoyed all those films. But this one, from the jump, when you start watching, it's okay, this is completely different in the sense it's so campy. It's over the top with how campy it is. But I actually kind of loved it. I thought it was pretty bold in its direction. I thought the direction was pretty strong. It was fun. It's cheesy writing, but there's funny writing at the same time. So would I say this is the most high quality, best film ever made? No, I wouldn't, but I do think it's a real fun time, and I think it owns its identity well, and its cheesiness, and it works really well. Where there's in other movies, even when they try to own it, I might not come across in the same way. It's cool. Three badass ladies doing their thing too. I think great casting on the part of Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz. Awesome. They really worked well with the role, and they gave it their all. So a lot of fun. I didn't expect it to really resonate with me. I was maybe I'll think it's just okay, but yeah, I thought it was great fun. So far, perfect streak of me enjoying the films on the series. But if you're new and you don't know what the series is, this is, yes, a series where I find a random Letterboxd user, and that will determine what movie I watch next. But how do I do that? Essentially, I'm gonna kick somebody. Now I'm gonna click on the most recent movie I reviewed as of the time of this video, which for now will be Punch Drunk Love. Click on that. I'm going to go to the most recent review of that movie, and I will click on them, whether it's positive or negative review or whatever. I'm going to click on that user, and that will determine the next movie I watch. How so? Well, I'll go to their profile, which will look similar to mine, and most profiles will have their 4 favorites here, and essentially that's where I'll start. So if the first of their 4 favorites, if I haven't seen it, that's the one I'll watch under certain conditions, which is first, that it's not a sequel to a movie I haven't seen. The example I always use is if it's Mission Impossible 3, I wouldn't do it because I've only seen Mission Impossible 1, though of course 2 would be eligible. So in that case, we wouldn't do it. I also wouldn't do it in the case of if it's not available to watch anywhere, either streaming or $5 or less in a rental thing on online. So I don't use illegal methods to watch my movies. It's just how I prefer to do things. So I either will stream, or I have it physically, or I will rent it if need be, but no more than $5 because I don't want to be breaking the bank doing this series. So, but most movies fall into that criteria. Honestly, it's hard to find. There's not many movies that you can't access within that fee. It might be like a really recent film you might not be able to, or a really not recent film that's not as accessible. So those are the only really two. Most movies that are commonly in the top of favorite films tend to be at least on streaming or at least $4.99 to rent type of thing. But the rule's there for a reason. So in the case that that does not apply, then we'll skip that one if it's not as easily accessible. All right. And essentially, it's with those criteria that I keep going down the four favorites. And if somehow their four favorites are all ineligible, I'll go on to their films and sort by highest rating from them, and I'll go through that way until I find one. And then, because it's when I get the random user, it's them who will decide. It's not like, oh, this doesn't work, I'll go into a different user. It's like, I really want to give all the power to them. So it'd have to be a pretty fresh profile to be able to somehow not have an eligible movie. All right. And it's got to be, it kind of goes without saying, because this is me experiencing new movies at random, that it has to be a movie I haven't seen. I could make some exceptions for certain ones I haven't seen since I was very young and don't have much memory of, though most of them I might forego. Most of them I might forego just in the sake of like getting the freshest experience as possible. But we'll see. I had to make a judgment call on Up because it's like I had seen it in a full memory of the entire events, but I opted to go with a newer one. So, all right. Without further ado, let's check out what user we'll be deciding. Usually it's not a long process. Usually as soon as I click on the user, it'll have my result pretty quickly, and I just confirm that it's available to watch, and then that's it. But sometimes maybe it'll go longer, and then I'll go in. I'll peruse their profile for a little bit. Maybe check out some lists and other things. See if anything's interesting, just while we're checking in. All right. So recent reviews. Marco Polo, you're the one, Marco. First film on his four favorites is RoboCop. And I have not seen RoboCop. Let's see. I'm sure it's available somewhere, but I'll have to double check. Okay, not available on streaming, surprisingly, but it is available to rent in various different platforms, $2.99, $3.99. So that'll be it right there. RoboCop, 1987. Of course, I've heard the name time and time again. It's known as a classic by many, and I've seen that big rap battle with RoboCop in it, but that's about it. So this will be fresh, another 80s movie, 80s classic, knocking off my list. Now look, it is a action thriller sci-fi. Sci-fi can be hit or miss with me. I love all movies really, but sci-fi is one where some don't work for me that seems to work for others. But obviously, going with an open mind, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. To keep the streak going. So there you go, RoboCop, 1987. Let's go back to Marco. Look at this. 3 out of these 4 I haven't seen. I haven't seen Dinner in America or Total Recall. I'm guessing I'm getting a trend here that he likes a certain kind of movie. Late 80s, early 90s action movies. Okay. He gave 5 stars to Punch Drunk Love, which was a great movie. Also gave 3.5 to Boogie Nights. 5 stars to Mind Game. What is this? Why have I never heard of this? Nishi is a loser who has a crush on his childhood girlfriend. After an encounter with the Japanese mafia, he journeys to heaven and back and ends up trapped in an even more unlikely place. Holy hell. What the hell? is happening there? Why is it? It's on several people's watch lists. Okay. Add it to mine. F it. That's a very interesting concept. Random ass shit. Okay. Marcus says, I love movies. 1 star, fart. 2 star, it's okay. 3 star, it's fun. 4 star, I love it. 5 star, favorite. All right, pretty simple. You have any lists? He doesn't have any lists yet. That's interesting. No films on a watch list. I mean, these are very concerning things. 2 stars on Wicked. Okay, maybe we wouldn't be able to hang. It's already a sign of that. It's but then hey, we got 5 stars on Substance. We got 4 stars on Sing Sing. Like, these are good. Doesn't fuck with Wicked. 5 stars on Poor Things. 3 stars on Holdovers. 1.5 stars on Barbie and a heart. It's crazy. Woke product placement. I can't tell if that's ironic or not. He gave it a heart, so I don't really understand the metric for the hearts, the like that he gives out. And 3 stars on Wonder Woman 1984. I cannot pin this guy down. Okay, 3.5 stars on Parasite. All right, wow. He's all over the place. He's wild. He's wild. A little crazy, Marco, but hey, because of you, Marco, I'll watch RoboCop. This is honestly a perfect example of a kind of movie that I probably wouldn't go out of my way to watch specifically. Like, I might add it to my watch list or what have you. But an 80s sci-fi action movie, not really my go-to. Like, if I want to watch a movie, what should I watch? I probably wouldn't pick it. So I probably would have gotten put off for years and years. And so this is the beauty of this. Marco, I'm going to polo. And we're going to watch RoboCop. All right. All right. I want to thank you for watching and joining me for another installment of Letterboxd Picks What I Watch. All right. And I watch a lot of movies, so it's not necessarily, the very next movie I watch will be RoboCop. It's just kind of, once I watch RoboCop, I'll come back with another installment. It's kind of at my own pace, so there's no pressure to put out a certain frequency or anything like that. And I can keep it in the mix. Essentially, RoboCop, I got a lineup going on that'll have like sequels to movies I've been watching, as well as like one random for my watch list, 2025 movies I'm trying to keep up with. I got a whole rotation, and I essentially will add RoboCop to that rotation. And like Charlie's Angels was part of the rotation for a while. I just never plucked it out until recently. So yeah, thanks for watching. I went ahead and followed Marco. So subscribe to the channel for more movies, TV, and reality TV talk. Okay. Thank you.